Previously on the Mr. Machine as the mystery... what the hell is this show called? Okay. Previously on the Mr. Machine as for hire.
Greetings, Augustus Lucius Buchanan III. Or would you prefer me to call you by your commander name?
Well, Commander Machine's fine. How do you know my real name? I've not used that since I was a kid.
Yes, I know. Your automaton JK informs me that you have a rather unique guest on board.
So, what can Machines for Hire do for you, Mr. Starstone?
I wonder if you would mind doing a little favour for me.
I do have other clients to think about, you know.
Oh, do not concern yourself with such minor details, dear boy. I had Gladys take care of your appointment schedule for you, until you have completed this small task for me. The mission particulars will be uploaded to your ship's computer shortly. Oh yes, one last thing. JK-72. Activate Directive 4, if you would be so kind. I do believe that the time is now appropriate for you to enlighten young Augustus here.
Directive 4? What's he going on about, JK?
Sir, this could take some time. You might want to sit down.
And now, the conclusione.
Okay, fine. I'll sit down. Now, spit it out.
What do you remember about your childhood, sir? In particular, the unfortunate events surrounding the loss of your parents.
My parents? That was like 30 years ago. And I don't really want to talk about it, JK. Look, what the hell is going on? What's this got to do with Directive 4?
Everything, sir. I do think it would be helpful to recount the events. You might find it rather cathartic. And for your information, it is actually 40 years, sir.
All right. Don't go giving away my age as well as my real name. Blimey. Well, I guess it all started when I was out in one of the habitation rings. I was taking a dog for his morning walk and all of a sudden there was this huge explosion. Everything went dark and there was sirens and red lights flashing everywhere. In all the commotion, I lost Mr. Mittens.
Mr. Mittens! Mr. Mittens! Oh, are you hiding in here, you naughty boy? Come on, we need to get to the transports. Come on, Mr. Mittens, stop playing hide and seek. I know you're in here somewhere.
Hey kid, you okay? Hey, over here, on the monitor.
Hello?
Are you okay, kid? We got a distress call from the station when we jumped into the system. What's going on over there? Where's your parents?
I'm looking for Mr. Mittens, and I can't find him anywhere.
Mr. Mittens? Is he your daddy? Look, kid, you gotta get out of there.
No, silly. He's my doggy, and I'm not going anywhere until I find him.
Okay, now listen, son, I need to know where you are. What section are you in?
It says section 326 3827. Control room AA23.
Help is on its way, kid. Just hang in there, okay?
Oh my, it's getting a little smoky in here. Oh, Mr. Mittens, there you are. Oh, who's a good boy? I thought I'd lost you. Come on, Mr. Mittens. We need to go. This is no time to be doing your impressions of an Alliance chieftain. Oh no, Mr. Mittens, what have you been eating?
And that's the last thing I remember, really. I get the odd flashback in dreams from time to time, but I can never really make any sense of it.
Mr. Matones, what a stupido name.
Well, sir, perhaps I can fill in the missing gaps for you.
You rescued me.
That is correct, sir, along with my previous master.
But none of this makes any sense, JK. I bought you off of eBay, and now I've only known you for a few years.
Human memory can become corrupted when exposed to trauma, sir. After we rescued you, we attempted to find your parents, but we learned from the rescue ships that they were unfortunately not listed among the survivors. So my master decided to take you to a friend of his, who was, and still is, a very influential individual in the Milky Way galaxy. You see, your parents were under his employment, and he took it upon himself to relocate you after it was ascertained that you had no other next of kin.
Oh, this is so much to take in. So, are you saying my life is all a lie? So why all the secrecy?
Sir, your parents were in fact very influential people themselves, and quite affluent. It was decided that your family fortune would be put into trust until such a time that it was deemed appropriate.
Appropriate? So I'm rich?
That is correct, sir.
So why haven't I received it yet then?
Because it wasn't appropriate. Sir, it may come as a shock, but your path in life has in fact been carefully managed. You don't think that you just happened to meander through life up to this point as a result of hard work and dedication alone, did you?
But what about my flight school and successfully getting my Pilots Federation licence? Surely that was all my doing.
Well, sir, let's just say you had a little help now and again, and leave it at that, shall we, sir?
Now you come to mention it, there was this strange transmission years ago from this lawyer, informing me that I'd been left a ship from some anonymous benefactor or something.
Dear Augustus Lucius Buchanan III, It is our solemn duty to deliver to you a package left with us from a benefactor who wishes to remain anonymous at this time. The package was placed in our care with instructions to be delivered in the event, and only in the event, of your successful membership of the Pilots Federation. We have been so notified of said acceptance following your grading in the recruitment aptitude exams, and so are carrying out this transaction in the manner as specified by our client's wishes. The package is twofold. Encoded into this transmission is the first part, a secure code. Use this code to access a Starship account pre-configured with your credentials, including a fully paid, indefinite lease, and comprehensive insurance cover. The second part of the package is a credit transfer to your personal account, which I can confirm was successfully completed at the time this transaction was dispatched. The attached message was also to be delivered to you upon receipt of the access code. We feel this matter has now been resolved to the satisfaction of all parties concerned. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact us. The normal fees of 1,200 credits per hour apply, plus federal service tax, plus a one-off initial contact fee of 5,000 credits. Yours sincerely, J. Sneer.
You may be puzzled right now as to why you've just received this little windfall. Nothing wrong with that, I'd be worried if you weren't. But now get ready for lesson number 1. When a golden opportunity comes your way, and trust me, they are few and far between, my friend, reach out and grab it with both hands. Sometimes it is clever to ask questions, and sometimes it is not. But this time, it's not. All you need to know is that my organization has a very specific remit. To seek out those who have the potential to become real movers and shakers. Those precious few with the talent to mold and shape the galaxy around them. To create change on a grand scale. We find them, and then we test them. Consider this your test. Take the ship. Take the money. No strings, no hidden clauses. Do with them what you will. Blaze your own trail. Impress me, and perhaps you'll learn more. From a friend.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me Gwydion is the anonymous benefactor? I thought that voice was familiar.
That is correct, sir. Mr. Starstone felt that with a little nudge here or there, you had the potential to become a more grounded individual, with a moral compass perhaps more in keeping with your family name, than simply being, shall we say, a child of innate privilege and limited perspective.
Well, that didn't go quite to plan, did it?
So this Directive 4 business, was that some sort of spying operation?
Not quite, sir. We monitored you from time to time just to make sure that you hadn't run into any difficulties. Other than that, you were left to your own devices.
Ah, so what about me buying you off of eBay? How do you explain that one then?
Subliminal advertising, sir. Why do you think there's all that advertising located in the stations? When my previous owner expired, Mr. Starstone had the idea to place you in my care.
Hang on, don't you mean placed you in my care?
No, sir, I did not.
So, Mr. Machina needs a babysitter. Now it all makes sense. Well, if you are now a Mr. Rich Guy, then how about a raise, Skipper?
Oh, you want a raise? I'll give you a raise, alright? I'll kick you so hard up the arse that you'll be raised right up to that bulkhead. Now, it's been a long day. If you don't mind, I need to be alone so I can process all this information. I'll be in the bar.
But how long you gonna be? Hey, Mr. Machina! Hey! You don't expect us to just sit around waiting for you to finish this whole sorry episode, do you? Whatever, you stupid bambino.
Don't delay. Call machine.
Now then, how the hell does Roberto get on this social media site shown on Mr. Machina's silly advertisement? Where do you put the WWs? Dunque. Okay, that's the pornografia. I think she's too young for Roberto. Oh, but this one, yes, right. Ooh, what the fuck is going on?